Hi, I'm Charles Rogel with DecisionWise, and I'm going to expose the 5 most common myths about 360-degree feedback. As we work with clients around the world to conduct online 360 surveys, we find that there are many misconceptions about 360s in general. Before I cover these myths, I want to give you a very brief background or overview of the process. 360 surveys collect feedback from a manager's supervisor, peers and direct reports, and others, usually along a set of leadership competencies and behaviors. These results are then combined by rater group to protect the anonymity of the individuals that participated and also show differences in perceptions between the raters. The results are usually presented to the manager during a coaching session to help them understand how to interpret the results and then create a personal action plan for their own development. Myth number 1, 360 surveys alone create positive change. The truth is that 360s are a tool. Positive change is a process. What we find here is that when 360s are coupled with coaching and follow-up, that's when change really happens. Otherwise, you're just basically implementing a self-awareness activity. Number 2, 360 data is an accurate reflection of job performance and personal proficiency. The truth is that surveys can often be restrictive, raters can be inaccurate, and self-evaluations are fraught with bias. So you might ask yourself, what is the value of doing 360s anyway? Well, even though the feedback is subjective, it's still the true perception of those that you work with. Understanding these perceptions and how you interact with people helps you become a better leader. Myth number 3, 360 surveys are the end of the feedback process. The truth is that 360 surveys are the beginning of the feedback process. Simply creating self-awareness can have some negative consequences. This is where coaching is so important. People need support and guidance to use the feedback properly, or they'll discount it and not use it for positive change. Number 4, self-perceptions are positively correlated with others' perceptions. The truth is that those that receive lower scores are usually overly confident. This means they rate themselves higher than what other people rate them. And then higher scoring participants are overly critical. They rate themselves a little bit lower than what others rate them. Ideally, you want your own self-perceptions to be congruent with others' perceptions of your performance. Finally, myth number 5, conducting 360s will not impact the individual or organization in a negative way. The truth is that if they're not conducted effectively, they can do more harm than good. What we find is that most problems arise when the process is not confidential or if there's no guidance or coaching provided on how to interpret the results. We always recommend that you don't conduct 360 surveys unless you can ensure confidentiality and you have a coaching process in place. For more information on 360-degree feedback, please visit our website or contact me directly. DecisionWise conducts 360 surveys online and provides coaching and coaching training to support your own 360 process. I hope you found this presentation helpful, and I wish you success as you roll out 360 surveys in your organization.